Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. What the fuck is... Oh! What the fuck is... Oh! Hello. Oh! I don't exist. I always take a second to exist when I forget to boot my shit up, I swear. What the hell, yeah, how did we last leave off? Spell list. Boom. Bam. There we go. Hello, everyone. I'm gonna move myself back to the usual spot. I like being next to chat. I feel like being on the right side is just kind of like the good and proper default. I don't know what it is. Hi. Happy Wednesday morning. I was originally planning on streaming yesterday. But then I puked. And I was like, I don't think I should stream today. So we're streaming today instead. And it's gonna be nice and chill. I was just gonna work on some Urchin's Fall. I feel like I get better work on it done when I'm live, in all honesty. Because if I'm offline, I'll just, like, get distracted by, like, fucking Final Fantasy or some shit. What's up, B? How are you? Happy winter break to you. I'm game deving. So it has been a hot fucking second since I've touched this spreadsheet. But basically what we are going to be doing today, and most likely for the rest of the stream, is we are going to be filling in a bunch of these spells with exact damage numbers so we can actually fucking start using them in a game. Huge, I know. But kind of the main thing here has been using range, median, you know, or just midpoint, whatever, to kind of approximate how much damage something is going to do. For the melee things, they get a much higher baseline, so we've got plus 10. There's a lot of shit. Kind of the baseline here basically is whenever something is a half strike, it takes half a turn, and my big fat head is blocking it. But I've highlighted a bunch of copies of where it says 8.5, which is kind of roughly the average amount of damage that we should be cranking out without any bullshit going on, without any weirdness. So let's see, Hurricane Pulm is a full strike with a midpoint of 21 damage. I think that's fair, right? So if multi-elemental spells doesn't matter for a long time, weapons. So in the case of like a heavy weapon, that has a midpoint of 18. So maybe Hurricane Pulm's overpowered. No, it has guaranteed knockback, which I think is huge. So it doing a little bit, like one spell slot tier less of damage is fair. I think the main issue here is figuring out how much more damage I think deserves to be dealt with each additional spell slot spent. Because as it is right now, 3 spell slots basically equals an entire full strike. So if we wanted to treat a spell slot as maybe like a third of a strike, then a spell slot's probably worth about 6 damage on a half strike, 12 on a full strike. That seems right. Yo, it's a good baseline. I have my caffeine here. I don't caffeinate super often, but I've been trying to wake up earlier, get my day started sooner. Let's see. The caster coats their arms in a porous cloak of Adderstone that lasts until the next time. During the effects of the spell, I'm going to say single target directional. Any single target frontal strikes from any direction other than behind that are made against the caster and do not successfully connect. We'll get stuck. What's so hot? It's fucking December 28th, unless you're in the southern hemisphere. I don't know why you're overheating. I was actually overheating last night. I do the fuzzy pajamas, the fuzzy robe, the fuzzy blanket, the fuzzy sheets. And I'm like, damn, why is it so hot? I don't know, you guys. We're gonna have to do the fire one. So we have how many? Sinking Sand, Stone Skin. So these are not direct attacks. Stone Fist Spike is pretty alright. So we've got about 3/8 of this shit done. So we need to fill out the rest. Fire 1 free, no damage. Restores health. How much health do we want to restore with a full strike? Shit. This is the first healing spell. We don't have a benchmark for that. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe we should do light and find the benchmark. What I've been thinking is that maybe, like, starting off, a character would have about 40 to 60 health? I don't know. Let's assume that maybe you start with about, like, 60 or so. You can take 2 to 3 big hits before going down. Or 1 enormous hit before going down. So, in that case, if healing should be an uphill battle, heals a targeted allied unit by, and this takes a full strike, so let's do, what would be good here? I mean, as high as 20 is nice, so I like the idea of either, like, 2d10, or, like, 1d10 plus 5, or, like, 2d8 plus 4. Let's do that. By 2d8 plus 4. That actually might be way too much. Let's do 2d6 plus 4. By 2d6 plus 4. Only costs a half strike if used within melee range. Yeah, that's kind of huge, actually. Additional spell slots can be used to perform the spell multiple times on the target in a single strike. Additionally, can be used to inflict damage of an equivalent amount against the undead or creatures of shadow. There we go, 2d6 plus 4. So, the damage range is between 5. It's not really damage, is it? It's just healing. Oh well. Up to 16. I think it's somewhere in there, right? Well, would it be? No. It would be 10.5. Can you tell I'm tired? Doing math in front of everyone? Burning Ray. This one's actually, like, damaging, which is kind of huge. Roll to make a high strike. We also need to reword these, because a lot of the rules have changed. Okay. Roll to make a high strike. What's the language I used up top? Making a low strike in parentheses wit. Roll to make a high strike wit. We's going chicken hunt. Who's going chicken hunt? We's going chicken hunt. I gotta put on some chapstick. Beep borp. I have this bubblegum flavored chapstick. Hell yeah. I used to have, but like, I don't know if y'all ever fucked with flavored chapstick, but I used to have this, like, blue raspberry Pez chapstick. I think that was the first stick of chapstick that I ever had, like, period. That shit was good. I no longer feel like listening to this. My apologies to Too Much Sasha. Legend. The legend herself. But Terraria mushroom theme. I could never be Terraria soundtrack. I'm sorry I can't be her. I'm sorry I can't be her for you. Roll to make a high strike wit. How much damage do we want to do for just like a standard half strike? What's the range on this spell too? This shit is Burning Ray. Range of 4. Do we have any other spells with a range of 4? Salt Blast does a D12 and then a D8 if they're already injured. That's a bit of a weird one. What about Pulse Sphere? 4 to 15, 9.5. 1d12 plus 3? Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll just kind of do that for now. If successful, deal. Let's do 1d12 plus 3. And if failed... Actually, let's make it plus 2. And then if failed, deal... So that way it's guaranteed damage. 1d6 plus 1. Light damage. Even if this roll fails, deal 1d6 plus 1 light damage. And then the midpoint, we're just going to copy it over from here. Minus 1 is going to be 3 to 14 and 8.5. I really don't feel like thinking too hard. 3 to 14. And then 8.5. Assuming it is successful. Crystal Spikes. We're going to rename this 3-Tile Chain. Chain is how we're going to be referring to the any 3 tiles. So we're going to do 4-Tile Chain. Cat Jam moments. Do we have any other chains? We have 3-Tile Chain there. Any other chains? No. Fantastic. Okay. Back to light magic. How much damage should these spikes do? Targets forced onto this tile by knockback effects. We'll take how much piercing damage? These, as if they were near death and will be destroyed on 1 hit by any attack from any character, as well as when dealing damage. Let's just make it like a flat... $15. They'll just take 15. Just straight up 15. Destroyed in 1 hit. I'm realizing that light has nothing to synergize with that. Illusions of Eye. Cast an illusion. I'm happy with that. That deals no damage. And that deals 15. And that deals 15. Blinding Flare. Let's rework this one a little bit. Produces a blinding flare of light from the channeler's hand. Roll to make a directional... No. All targets in the range of this cone must make a... Let's make it not too incredibly high. Let's make it like DV 13. What would it be to shield your eyes? Instinct, I suppose. I don't want Instinct to be, like, too powerful. To cover your eyes... I suppose to be able to fight while blinded, reaction roll would take Wit. Or Instinct. I don't know. Maybe Instinct does make more sense, but, like... doesn't matter right now. We'll just test it later. All targets in the range of this cone must make a DV13 Wit reaction roll. Or be blinded, which will cause the next directional attack to connect with them to apply one additional tile of knockback. I don't think that makes sense for what blinded would be. What's like a fun name for the status effect? Dazed. Which will cause the next directional attack. Let's say, which will cause all directional attacks that successfully connect with them. Let's call it off balance. Or be marked as off balance, which will cause all directional attacks that successfully connect to apply one additional tile of knockback. And now we actually have like a fucking synergy of blinding flare crystal spikes. Remove ailment, select an ally, cure all status effects. Cure all basic status effects, such as prone, soaked, off balance, and all levels of poison. Are there any other status effects that we've, like, actually introduced here? There's some merged, but that's more of, like, a state of being, you know? Rather than a status effect. It's a way of life. Any incoming single target range spells or projectile attacks. No, we're at light. Ugh. I'm a sleepy guy. I do sleepy things. Cast an illusion, bending the light around the caster to augment their appearance. Produces a blinding flare of light from the channeler's hand. Off balance. Remove ailment. Target an injured ally within range. Gaining 1d10 health per turn. That's pretty big. Considering Mend does... You know what? I don't mind 1d10. Let's make it 1d12. Make it just a little better. Just a little better. Okay, Irradiant Dawn. The clouds part, revealing the full force of the sky's burning aethers as beams of light rain down. Roll to perform a high strike within the range of the spell. Okay. So what kind of damage are we thinking here? We can kind of copy Vortex here. Probably make it do a little bit more, or like kind of a similar amount. Because, oh shit. Hold on, I dropped my stress ball. Where'd you go? I need to fidget with you. Oh my god. My ADHD is taking over. I will be consumed by it within the hour. Oh, there it is. Ah! There we go. Yeah, we can do like a similar amount of damage. 2d10 plus 4, and that's a DV17 instinct. Yeah, we're gonna make a Radiant Dawn. I got it. Don't worry, Orpha. I got it. It's right here. I'm blocking the camera with it, which I realize now you can't see. But it does break my face tracking, which is just as good. I love when my face stops working. Do you remember that? If you make that funny face, it'll get stuck like that. Ready? And now my face will be stuck like this forever because I made a funny face at the dinner table. It's called karma. Look it up. Or some shit. That's like the Joker's backstory, right? I hope you were doing well, Werfa. Wasn't the last song also Clifta? No, this song's just 11 fucking minutes. Do we have loop playlist on? Now we do. Okay. So, we're thinking something similar-ish to 2d10 plus 4. 3x3 square. That seems low, right? Like, that seems... Is that just me? I'm glad that you get to take it nice and easy. Breaks during school were, like, high-key never long enough during college. Like, especially towards the tail end. Holy shit! All targets within range by... Let's do 4d10. And then that way it averages out to like 20. And then you can... Maybe 5d10. Because that's 3 and a full turn. But then it does double healing to incapacity. Let's just make it 4d10. Plus 5. Let's do that. 4d10 plus 5. Boom. Boom, boom. Wait, this is totally another Clifta song. I literally had that shit on shuffle, and it went from there to up there. I mean, it's chill. It's chill. What do I want to listen to right now, though? Cathar. Oh, yeah. I hope you had like a good finals season. That shit is rough. I would always go into like turbo hibernation afterwards. Okay, so the range of this is between 9 and 45, which is kind of a lot. Little bit. And then the midpoint's like 25 or so. I think 25.5. I don't really know. I like don't want to do exact math right now. So I'm sure like a bunch of this is just gonna be like off. Devadillo! What's up, Drift? I'm literally just making damage numbers. I was going top to bottom in order, and I realized we were going to start the day off with fire, and I went, oh shit, I don't have a benchmark for the healing spells yet. So I am putting in all the variables for light. You know what? Maybe I should... Can you still see the game okay like that? Is this fine? I'm not, like, obscuring important information. I mean, it's kind of covered either way. I should just make it larger? I don't know! I don't know! Looks alright? Okay, hell yeah. It just covers damage range and midpoint. That's, like, fine, though. Damage range and midpoint is, like, more so stuff for me. It's, like, either that or I move my model to the left side and block the fucking name of the spell instead. Whoa, 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 whoa. My large gumball chrome dome bubblehead isn't blocking anything. Thank you. My dome is not chrome, first of all. It is... like orange? Or some shit? Not chrome. That would be crazy if I had like a metalhead. Like a Xenoblade character. They started calling me Metalhead instead of Metal Face. Target an injured ally within range, blessing and purifying their wounds with healing light. Who the fuck is Adam Smasher? Is that like Adam Sandler's like fucking wrestling persona? I bet it is. Yeah, the wedding singer, more like the wedding off the edge of the ringer. He's on the top ropes! Bah! And the crowd goes wild! Woo! Pew 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 pew! Adam Smasher Cyberbunk. Absolutely. What a good name. Yeah, we just need to figure out how much damage I want Irradiant Dawn to do. So this shit has range. How much range does Vortex have? Also has range. But the target area here is a little bit larger because it's a square, not a plus. So I think what we're going to do is maybe either make it like 3d8 or like 2d12 or some shit like that. I think 2d12 makes more sense. 2d12 plus 4. We'll do that. Roll to perform a high strike with your wit stat on all targets within the range of this spell. If each target this attack successfully hits, takes... And how much were we thinking? I'm starting to think that Vortex might be a little fucking low damage for an Air 3 full strike. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just play test it out. I mean, the AoE being, like, overpowered is just as much a concern. Irradiant Dawn. Alright. Each target this attack successfully hits takes... Let's make it, like, 2d12 plus 6. And then, if this attack fails to connect, the target unit still takes. Hell yeah. Making like a game while in school is kind of like nightmarish and a lot, but also like games can be literally anything. Like Who can finish this glass of water first? I win. That's a game. That counts. Like, we can just apply gamification to anything. It's great. If this attack fails to connect, the target unit still takes 1d12 plus 3 light damage. Good shit. Okay. So minimum damage here is 8. And maximum damage here is, what, 30? I think that's pretty fucking reasonable. I think that's pretty damn reasonable. And then the maximum damage is like fucking like 18 or some shit. 19 or some shit. 18 and a half. I don't want to think about it right now. You know, in hindsight, I could have just had upper range, lower range, and then had the midpoint column just do the math for me. It's also school for making games, so you have everything there to beat. That's true. No, that is totally true. Sky's blessing. Actually, that's all the fucking damage numbers for light. For light. I'm gonna do a funny voice. For justice. That's me when I understand now the passion of my ascension. This trial I shall take in stride. Or whatever the line is. I forget it. You know what? I want to listen to that. That's what I want to listen to. Banger alert. Banger alert. This shit's so good. I need to add more raid spells. Because we have only 4. And every other element has 10. Which is, like... I'm not okay with that. Wow. I love the tubas in this song. Battery boost is like a fun utility. Return to sender is utility with combat potential, has synergize. Bouncing bolt is kind of like huge and amazing. I have not even begun to determine. I have one. What is it called when water electric? When water is electrified. Electrochemical water splitting electrolysis. It is using electricity to decompose water into oxygen and hydrogen gas by electrolysis. No, I don't care about that. I care about, like, killing people with electrocuted water. Shock water. Isn't there, like, a shock flood or a storm surge? You could call it, like, shock surge. Let's call it that. Shock surge. Raid 1. And we'll make that another free on the self. Any raid damage that is dealt to a submerged target during this turn will deal any time that raid damage is dealt to a submerged target during this turn, any other targets that are submerged in the same body of liquid will take, let's just say, like 1d6 raid damage. In the case that this body of liquid is salt water, increase the potency of this spell to 2d6. Maybe I should make this d4 because bouncing bolt. Actually. Or let's do to 1d8. This may apply multiple times. This effect may, this effect may trigger multiple times when using spells that hit multiple times, such as Bouncing Bolt. This spell, when using single target spells that hit multiple times, such as Bouncing Bolt. When using Area of Effect, I'm going to say, anytime that single target raid damage is dealt to a submerged target during this turn, any other targets that are submerged in the same body of liquid will take 1d4 raid damage. When using Area of Effect spells, there we go. When using Area of Effect spells, the range may be extended. Their range may be extended 2 tiles outward from the target in all directions. Their range may be extended 2 additional tiles while maintaining the same shape. When using raid-aligned Area of Effect spell, Shock Surge. Anytime that single target raid damage is dealt to a submerged target during this turn, any other liquids that are submerged in the same body of liquid will take 1d4 raid damage. In the case that this body of liquid is salt water, increase the potency of the spell to 1d8. This effect may trigger multiple times when using single target spells that hit multiple times, such as Bouncing Bolt. When using raid-aligned Area of Effect spells, their range may be extended 2 additional tiles while maintaining their same shape. On a submerged target. Anytime that... There we go. This effect lasts until the next time a raid spell is cast by this channeler. A damaging raid spell is cast by this channeler. There we go. Raid has no AoE other than fucking Bouncing Bolt, I just realized. C'est la vie. Doesn't matter. We're chilling, we're grooving. Maybe I should give it an AoE. What should I give it? Maybe like a diamond? Or something like that? Lava AoE? I mean, raid is lightning. We have the fire element. Yeah, you probably could do like a lava terrain effect down the line. Hold on, I gotta itch my ear. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my playlist. I forget this song. Is this one a banger? It is. Yeah, this one's good. Sin and Punishment. I have not played that game. I forget who suggested I put that on the playlist. Sky's Blessing. Sky's Blessing! What about this guy's blessing, huh? You ever consider that? Maybe something simple like physical AoE? What? On Raid? If I were to have, like, physical AoE, it would most likely end up being, like, a weapon skill or some shit like that you would get by, like, through character progression and would be specific to your weapon type. I don't know. We'll get to that in the future, but I am a lot more concerned with, like, just filling out the rest of this, because we're at the halfway point. We are literally at the halfway point for these damn spells, which is kind of everything. Oh! I almost dropped the fucking stress ball again. That would be bad. Are there any other raid spells I want to add? Are there any... Hold on. Are there any other elements that have just 9 spells? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9! Okay. So Earth is a little more straightforward, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. And then this is 9 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I suppose I'm fine with that. Gamers v game deving? What is Upsurge? How the fuck are you? I have no idea if we have any mods in here right now, so I'm just gonna give you a shout out myself. Y'all should go follow Surge. She made my model and is going to be streaming soon and is gonna be so good. Look at those fucking emotes. Those beautiful emotes. So soon. When do you start? Is there like an official, like, not debut? Probably mid-January. Hell fucking yeah. That's like when I want this game out by. I want this game out sometime in January because there's hella fucking job openings, right? And I don't know if I've shown you everything I've done, but this is, as you can tell, by far the largest game design doc I've made. This is a lot. Yeah, we've been making a whole ass TTRPG entirely from scratch with unique races, setting, combat system, spells. Pretty much this is, and this is how I describe it, this is the fuck you hire me portfolio piece. Of, oh, you want to see me do systems and narrative? You want to see me do my specializations? Here you fucking go. Boom. 2 months of work. Unpaid. Imagine what would happen if you motherfuckers gave me money, too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, yeah. In order to get Urchin's Fall ready for release, we need to plug in the last couple damage formulas for spells, which we're about halfway done right now. I need to write the section on AoE spells and targeting, which I just need to make some little graphics for that, which is why I've been putting it off. We need to write the section on overview and example for character building, which is right here. All of the pieces are there. I just need to write the part where it explains how to put them together. But before that, I also need to make the character sheet. And once those 4 things are done, we will have our minimum viable product, and I can release this regardless of the fact that a bunch of setting locations are missing, because frankly, you don't need a whole ass setting handed to you to be able to run a game of this. It's just a thing that I'm including because I like it, and I like making it. Yeah, no, I can totally update it later. And that's like, That's like the plan. Also, we're at 68 pages right now. 68. Oh. So once I touch one of these sections after we're done playing with numbers, we are gonna be hitting the funny number, which is huge. It's so big. 69 pages. Ah! No, this is like at least like 3 times larger than the second largest design doc I've made, which is like crazy. I know there's a couple people we went to school with who managed to make 40-something page shit for some of their school projects. I don't know how they found that time. The biggest design docs I've done have been in the early 20 pages. I keep that shit nice and tight. Concise. Ah! I dropped my fucking stress ball because I keep fidgeting with it. I got it. Okay. What were we doing? So we have all the damage for light now. We could fill out the damage for fire now. So warm and glow, and this is fire's only healing tool. It's literally their only healing tool. So, and it's a single target. I'm gonna make it probably heal about 15 to 20. So we are gonna make that bad boy heal. Let's do like 5d6 to a single target. Let's do 4d6. So yeah, that's like an average of like 12. And then let's add like 3 to that. Restores plus whatever, bada bing. Okay, so the potential outcomes here are minimum you're healing for 7, and absolute maximum. Hello, Theo, how are you? Speaking of really cool and awesome people, holy shit, how are you? Theo, I'm making a fucking TTRPG entirely from scratch. It's like a lot. This has been a very intense process. 7, and then, like, whatever the hell 6 times 4 is. That's how you can tell that I'm, like, sleep-deprived and decaffeinated, is that, is that I'm fucking forgetting my times tables. It's 24. So, that would make shit 27. Which would make the midpoint about 17 health healed when we roll. Yeah, I don't know if I've gotten a chance to show you this, Theo, but I am making a tabletop RPG, and it's pretty far along, I've got to say. We're up to 68 pages. We've got 80-something spells. Yeah, 80-something. We've got all the races, all the classes, all the core mechanics, all the fucking skills, the bonuses. I'm plugging in damage formulas. And then it'll be ready in like a week or 2. And then I'll do a couple sessions of private testing, and as assuming there's no huge roadblocks or things that are broken and confusing, then I can do like a public beta release, and I can also do an Invisalign check. What the fuck is up, Relo? How the hell are you? That shit is in. That shit is in. Thank you for keeping me accountable. Assisted homeostasis. Negates any directs heat to or away. I mean, that's just like a combat utility spell, or something that like a Nimmo might want to use. If they're not straight, but they are getting straightened. Hence the Invisalign. I need to clean the Invisalign. That shit gets real gunky real quick. It's almost like, I don't know, like the inside of a mouth is like a fucking actual habitat for like microorganisms or something, you know? That's fucked up. That like, I don't know, life is like full of life and it's life all the way down or whatever. That's crazy. What story are you listening to? Is it the one with the people with like the fucking like really weird superpowers that you've mentioned a couple times? They're really like specific ones. Rocket punch. So this is a melee half strike. So we are going to use air's damage for reference of wind cutter. So this shit deals 2d6 plus 5 because it's a oh, I dropped the stress ball. Stress ball drop counter, that's number 4. Take a shot every time I drop the stress ball. And, you won't wake up till Thursday. Wind cutter. Roll to make a weapon attack against the face direction. On hit, deal 2d6 plus 5 wind or slashing. Yes, that is kind of the thing. I'm cool with that. Do we have any other like melee attacks in here? Crushing contact, but that costs 3. And what was the decision here? I need to lower that. I don't care how hard it goes. Actually, I do care how hard it goes. You guys should play the messenger, by the way. This shit rules. Actually, I need to add the Sea of Stars battle theme. Sea of Stars battle theme. Meet more. I need to add this. I need to add this to my hype playlist. Because this shit goes hard. I'm so excited for Sea of Stars. Ugh. Absolute fucking banger. I don't know. JRPG battle music is just, like, built different, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just, like, a good genre of game. Oh! For those of you who don't know Sea of Stars, when this game comes out, we're playing it. Period. Period. And also when the hourly stretch goes off, we're stretching. Period. Ah. Oh, I big stretching. Ah. Ah. Always feels good. You know what I might do, actually? Is I might grab this little set of hand weights, since we've got the hourly stretch going on, and I might as well just do a couple reps. So we're gonna do that. 1, 2. Just take my hands off the keyboard. I want to be more healthy, right? I feel like my body being in good health and functioning as intended is, like, pretty important or whatever. So, like, even if it means I'm, like, you know, being distracted on stream and doing something. 1, we just switched sides. 2, if I were doing something other than actively putting 100% of my focus into entertaining. I don't think that's that big of a deal. If I'm still here, you know? Yeah, I have weights, and then we're gonna do, I don't even know what this is, but I know it works my triceps and my shoulders. 3, 4, and those are, like, important muscles, you know? You would have been terrified going into that arc. You found out that in one arc, the author was using a random dice roll to see if certain characters would live or die, and this applied to every character, including the main character. That's kind of awesome. I mean, I know that, like, a lot of people, actually, who are into writing and also tabletop will use, like, the randomness of tabletop to kind of inspire their stories. Because that's the thing about a story is, sometimes you've got to do some shit that nobody predicted. 7 and 8.
Okay. That's enough weightlifting for right this second. Oh yeah, start this track over. Anyways, same composer, which is why I brought this up. This, same composer. And thank goodness, too. Ugh. Okay. No more weightlifting. Always have a backup main character in case something happens to the main character. In case the actor who plays them says some fucked up shit online, so you can just kill them off. Oops. Or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in charge of a major intellectual property. Hey, maybe this shit will take off, and I don't know. I'll have to make that decision. Warming glow. You know, this one actually might be a little too much. I mean, it's literally their only healing tool, so I'm, like, fine with it. It has no flexibility. Heals a targeted ally by 2d6 plus 4. That is my main concern, is just how much more powerful it is. Let's do, like, 3d6 instead. And just lower that bad boy to 21. Makes the midpoint, what, 14? Roughly? I think that's fine. Or no, it would make it, like, 13.5 or some shit. I don't fucking, like, whatever. Rocket Punch, right, that's where we were. So Wind Cutter is 2d6 plus 5. And it's a half strike. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll just reuse that damage value. I mean, this does something different. If used on an enemy, roll for a directional strike of instinct, I suppose, to deal 2d6 plus how much? Plus 5. I hit enter. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. This shit goes hard. What is this? 7 to 17 and 12. Yeah, I'll take it. Whatever. 12. I'll lower this a little bit. His flow is immaculate, but it is a little hard to think. When I'm being absolutely blasted by rapid fire lyrics. 12. Searing Ring. Place a searing ring of fire in a small field on the floor, which remains until extinguished by a water, dark wind, or earth spell. Enemies traveling or performing body strikes through this field in any direction take let's just make it like 6 fire damage or some shit. 6 fire damage. I don't know. Fireball! Pew pew! Okay. Wind Jet. We're just gonna steal Wind Jet's damage, but, like, making this better. So what is that? 1d12 plus 3. 1d12 plus 3. And then we'll have it. Okay. Select a target within range to fling a fireball at. As the projectile makes contact, it billows to the sides, hitting behind the target as well. Roll to make a directional strike with instinct because that's what the natural elements use for each target. If successfully, if the attack lands successfully, any target at this spell's anchor, which is something we'll explain in the AoE. The anchor is the point at which your spell makes contact and the effect radiates outward from it. And we will be drawing diagrams for where the anchor is at each shape. In the case of a cone, the anchor is the base of the cone, the little pointy tip where everything stretches out from. So if the attack lands successfully, any target at this spell's anchor takes, how much? 1d12 plus 3? Takes 1d12 plus 3. Boom, 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 boom. 4 to 15, with an average of 9.5. Any targets not in this spell's anchor take 1d6 fire damage. And just for that, I'm going to increase it to a 3-tile cone. Any targets outside of this spell's anchor take 1d6 fire damage. Let's make it just like 1d12 plus 2, and then 1d6 plus 1. Any targets this spell connects with who are outside of the spell's anchor take. There we go. Plasma ray. It's a fucking fire laser. How much damage do we want to have this bad boy do? Yo, Vex, what the hell is up? How are ya? How are ya, Vex? I hope you're doing well on this fine day. Now, we're gonna make it a 2-tile cone, because this shit is way too good. Thinking about it as a 3-tile cone. Plasma ray. Do we have any, like, equivalent-ish spells? Because the core thing here is what? That a 1-slot spell, half strike, should do about 12? Because if channeling would do 18, then each spell slot should do an additional, like, 6 to 12 damage, depending on whether it's a half or a full. Maybe the spells don't do enough. Oh no. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm doing okay. I'm a little a little tired, but I'm grooving, I'm chilling, and I'm, like, getting in my head about balance, when, in reality, the best way to figure it out is to just get it out there and fucking playtest it, and also sip on my tea, where I've left the tea bag in there the entire stream, so this is gonna be insanely bitter. You know, that's not so bad. A big stretch. For those of you who are wondering, it's Earl Grey. I like me my Earl Greys, my English breakfasts. Any of that shit when I wake up. What was one, like, is French vanilla a tea? Or is that, like, a fucking ice cream? I don't remember. Ugh. A nice stretch. How are you today, Realo? What's the dealo? But yeah, Vex, we big chillin', we big groovin', we big vibing. Caster pulls all heat in the area towards themselves. Right. We were looking through spells for floor flip. 3d6 plus 6. As a half strike? Really? Thinking emoji. You've been sick since last Sunday, the one before Christmas. Oh my god. I hope that you feel better soon. Do you know what it is? Is it like COVID or like a stomach bug? Whatever it is, you gotta get yourself some motherfucking soup. Soup is actually the solution to like 97% of the problems in the world. I accidentally hit undo on OBS and not this, because my camera buttons are tied to my function keys, which delete what's in that cell, as you can say. I might have to rebind my shit after this stream, or like at some point, but also I just haven't had the spoons and time and energy to fucking redo OBS. Maybe once I get this game out. Maybe once I get this game out and I like actually have to slow down and like wait for player feedback before making huge changes. You know, the flu is no fucking joke. You gotta, like, what has it been? Like, fucking, like, runny nose, all mucusy type shit? Because you gotta have OJ, you gotta have soup, you gotta have hella liquids, hella fluids, hot fluids. That shit is great. During the effects of the spell, any single target strikes from any direction other... Any single target strikes from the front or sides that are made against this caster will get stuck in their arm guard and may be immediately responded to with a single counterattack using one of the caster's held weapons. There we go. You don't have a sore throat now. Bad had one all the way till Christmas and a runny nose, and if you turn your neck a certain way, you cough a lot. Oh my god, maybe there's like fucking like something stuck in there. Like you know, like when you get like bubble wrap and you squeeze and twist it, it like pops a million times. What if like your neck is like bubble wrap, but like the not fun, painful kind? I don't know what that means. Ignore me, just ignore me. I'm saying nonsense. We don't have anything too similar to Plasma Ray. Bing, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna say Plasma Ray should probably do about 24 damage, 20-ish damage. Yeah, that shit is a full strike too. That shit should do probably about like 24 damage average. 24 damage. Do we have anything with like 24 average damage? 4d8 plus 10. Really? That's so much! Okay, 4d8 plus 10. I mean, that's crushing contact though. And being sick made you notice it's true? What is it? Plasma Ray. Pew! Pew! That I'm making Plasma Ray sound effects. Condenses a large amount of heat into a singular point in the caster's palms. Vert line. turning the air into a searing plasma before releasing it in a single direction, piercing through all enemies. Roll to make a... Oh my god! Matthias Silver! Thank you for the fucking follow, as well as the jump scare. I was not ready for fucking Buck Bumble sound effects to blast. And Elfie Elfiers. Wait, what the fuck is going on? Thank you. Welcome the hell on in, both of you. I hope you enjoy your stay. We're just doing some chill-ass game dev right now. I'm working on a silly, wacky TTRPG, and I have a bunch of spells for it. And in order to get this game actually playable, I need the spells to do an amount of damage. So that's what we've been doing, is we've just been plugging in the damage numbers, and then once that bad boy's done, we're going to drop it in the game doc so people can, like, use it. There's also a link at the very bottom of the game doc to external resources, ooh la la, which will link people to the spreadsheet of, you know, all of the data, so they can just download that, compile it, like, straight into a CSV, and, like, literally do anything they want with it to make their own tools, or modify it, because, like, I think that's cool. But we're gonna make it a lot fancier before, like, the final version. 24 damage, so we are, like, 20 average. So let's do... What kind of stuff do we want to do? I mean, just right out the gate. This should probably do more than Fireball. Roll to make a directional strike using your instinct stat against each target. Deal just like an absolute fuck ton. Like this attack is gonna be a heavy fucking hitter. There's no way Vortex does enough damage. I mean, the instinct reaction roll is a really high DV, so it will, like, kind of almost always hit. But again, playtesting. I need to stop getting all up in my head about it and just, like, actually fucking put numbers in the game. So we are gonna make it 3d8 plus 4. Nope, not 54R. My finger landed in between just a bunch of keys. Deal 3d8 plus 4 fire damage to each target this spell successfully connects with. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. So that should be 7 to 27, right? Roughly. Which means the average is 17 damage, which I am more than satisfied with for a giant piercing laser. Maybe I should make it do more. Yeah, let's... Oops. Yeah, let's just add, like, 3 damage to it. And then make the average, like, 20 on the dot. There you go. 3d8 plus 7. Bioflare! Caster pulls all heat in their area towards themselves, causing them to erupt outwards with a surge of heat. All targets within range... All targets, friend or foe, within this spell's range must roll for... What would, like, protecting yourself from fire be? Let's make it, like, stance to flip out of the way or some shit. So let's make that bad boy like a DV15 stance reaction roll.
to not get burned.
Could also do, like, dexterity. We, like, don't have any of those. Like, why not? You gotta flip and dip to avoid fire. Because there's a very, 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 very high chance that not all stats will be made equal in the first version, and I'm gonna have to change things around to make things a little more fair. I think things are really leaning towards wit and instinct builds right now, and I'm worried that, like, any weapon-centric builds are just gonna be missing out. You learn that we only breathe through one nostril at a time, and it's a lot easier to notice when you're sick. Every time you didn't have a runny nose, you would notice. Yes! Yeah, something you can do to try and improve your breathing or during meditation. I would not suggest doing this while sick, because it's going to be a little difficult. But what you can do is you can take your thumb or your finger, and you can plug up one nostril, and just breathe in through that nostril, and then breathe out through that nostril. And you just do that for a couple of deep breaths. You know, maybe 30 seconds or so, and then you plug up the other nostril, and you try breathing in and out. And generally, one of those nostrils is going to be a lot harder than the other. But by doing that, they kind of even out or some shit. I don't know, it's been a couple years since I learned this technique. Yeah, B, it's like... The real trick, if your throat is sore, is hot lemonade with honey. That shit is goated. Straight up. That shit is absolutely fucking goated with the sauce. Yeah, I got, like, swine flu in 5th grade, and I was, like, bedridden for, like, a week. That's, like, the sickest I've been, I think. I watched so many cartoons, holy shit. Okay, so this is probably gonna do, like... How much damage are we thinking? 15? This isn't right. Because if a fucking spell slot means it should be doing 6, yeah, this shit ain't right. This shit does way too little. So we're gonna make that shit 3d10 plus 4. There we go. Boom, 6 to 35. And then that cranks up the midpoint to, like, 20 or so. I, like, don't care. 20.5, whatever. Like, I'll just fucking automate the math later. I don't care. I wonder what things that I like. Let's roll up to be a single star in the sky. Sitting here and making your PNG and thinking about how a year ago a young, naive, inexperienced, and very dumb Vex wanted to try jumping directly into Live 2D. Yeah, Live 2D is, like, a lot. I don't know if I've shown you guys in a long ass time. Let me open up the fucking file. Where is it? Is it this bad boy? It is. Hold on, check this shit out. I wanted to make a redesign. I never finished this model. Literally all I haven't done is the mouth. But I was like, hey, what if I was like a cyborg armadillo scientist guy? Maybe I ought to finish this model. I think that would be a lot of fun. Cause like, Like, it's all sliced up. Like, I could do hella toggles and shit. The villain arc model? Yeah. What if I was like a, you know, what if I was like a supervillain? Would you guys still love me if I was a supervillain? Check this out. Rocco with no faceplate. Normal guy. Normal guy alert. Fucking horrifying. I can get rid of the hair too. Bald. It's fucked up and wrong. I'm sure that there's plenty of things I did wrong with this model. But we'll get there when we get there, you know? We'll get there when we get there. I think after Urchin's Fall, I'm gonna try releasing, or like finishing this. But enough of that guy. That's like a different project that I never finished. Here's like the current major ADHD project that I'm dumping my heart and soul into. I really spent like a week straight just fucking working, making my model. And then I never finished it. I just didn't. It was fucked up. Drift, you beat Fury! Did you get the true ending? Because that shit... More evil-themed facts? I'll give you an evil-themed fact right now. Fun fact. I have 800 hostages in my armadillo den. Or something. I don't know. That's my evil fun fact. For obvious reasons, this is a joke. And if any government agents are listening, I don't even have one hostage. I'm expensive enough to take care of, frankly. Your chameleon bone back? What is that? Vortex. Yeah, we're gonna do a similar-ish amount of damage to Vortex, I think. So we're just gonna copy that bad boy of 3d10 plus 4. The downside of this, of Bioflare, is that it can hit allies also. So how much did that one do? Vortex, 3d10 plus 4. Yeah, that's fine. 3d10 plus 4. Maybe that's like a little bit much. 3d10 plus 4. But I think the fact that this can harm allies makes it situational enough. And it's a full strike. Or take 3d10 plus 4. It's just the fucking Katamari soundtrack now. Oh, it's because I fucking didn't have shuffle on. That would do it. Actually, turn shuffle off. I want to hear Boy Oh Boy. I love that song. What is up, my drifty friend? Excuse me. I just checked my DMs and Johnny sent me some weird shit. I need to reply to him. I've seen that. I'm streaming right now, but I can share it with chat if you'd like. No, he sent me the fucking long man size matters commercial. Long man! Bones glow under ultraviolet light, but that's not the fact. The fact is because how chameleon skin is built, you can put them under ultraviolet light and see their bones glow through their skin. It's cool to see, and you can look it up. That's awesome. I know that, scorpions glow under UV for some reason. So when I was in the desert, a couple years ago, when was that, 2019? Summer 2019? I was in the desert! We used ultraviolet lights to look for scorpions. Some scorpies. I love scorpies. Platypodes. Pussies. What is the plural of platypi? Platypodes? I don't know. Selfville, in fact. I love setting off chains of chaotic events, then nap in a random person's pocket. And the chaos will only stop if they find me. Do you want to hear I actually have a similar story. This was some shit I did in kindergarten. Where I was, like, tired and, like, overstimulated. Some bullshit. I don't know. I was, like, 5, so I'm not even going to try to attach logic to this behavior, right? But I decided to take a nap under the beanbag in the classroom where it was, like, there were, like, these beanbags in the little reading corner. So I took a nap under the beanbag. And I just kind of sat there and listened. And, like, people were freaking out. Because as far as they could tell, a 5-year-old child, me, went completely fucking missing. Like, they had no idea where I went. I basically, like, hide-and-seek S-tiered. Like, no one looked under the beanbags. And, like, an hour later, you know, where they're, like, panicking because a child is missing, I emerge from the beanbag, and I go, surprise! And I got sent to the principal's office. I got sent to the principal's office a lot as a little kid, if you guys couldn't guess. I got in a lot of trouble as a kid. And teenager. I'm better these days, I swear. I haven't been arrested, you know? Like, so I think that's an improvement. Right? Like what is getting sent to the principal's office an equivalent of? Like a police officer going, do you understand how fast you were going? Or some shit? Yeah. No, like, nap where you can. Just unless that nap spot causes... Oh, no, Relo, I 100% would do that too. Like, I'd enter, like, stealth mode. Silent footsteps. Fucking surprise! Hey. That's me for real. Okay, Bioflare. 3d10 plus 4. So that's however much we said for Vortex. But Vortex is ranged instead of around the caster. So we can get away with making it have less damage. 3d10 plus 4, so that's 635 and 20.5. Beep form. 6 to 35, 20.5. Boiling point. Concentrates the heat around the moisture on the surface of the target, boiling them from the outside. All targets within the effects of this spell who are soaked or submerged have this status removed and take X-Fire. Yeah, X-Fire damage. You still scare people at work? Your nickname is Michael Myers because you'll just be doing your job and nobody notices until you're behind them, until they turn around. I'm trying to think if I have had any fun nicknames. But they all just go off of my IRL name, which is no good. I don't know. I like the nicknames that you guys give me a lot more. I think they're a lot more fun. I like shit like Rockman and Captain Leprosy. I think that shit's good. Okay. So... this should probably be about, like, 20 fire damage or so. Because this is, like a lot. Oh! Banger alert! Hold up. Gurgle time. You know what this song has the same vibes as? Hold on. Fucking... hold on. Hold on. This song has the same vibe as this. It's the same vibes as like 19 2000 low quality. It's great. But, like, in the best way. It's because the fact you almost never talk unless someone you know is by me, so you would be very silent. That's fair. Can you guys tell I'm a bit of a chatterbox? I'm a little bit of a chatterbox. Hold on, how much damage are we doing? Concentrates heat around the moisture on the surface of the target. Yeah, this is gonna do, like, a lot of damage. Floriflip, 3d6 plus 6. It's single target. We can do, like... What would 3d8 be? Like 24? Just add 8 to that. Okay. Boiling point. And take... 3d8 plus 6 fire damage. That might be a bit much. Plus 3. And then the damage range will be like 4 to like 27. And then the midpoint is like fucking somewhere in there. In the 15, 16 range, 15 and a half or so, let's say. Like, whatever. I don't know. But it's just guaranteed. And take a guaranteed 3d8 plus 3 fire damage. We can make it 3d8 plus 7, actually. Just make that a 10 to 30, and then a 20 average. Woo! Hooray! Woo! Imlative Mark. Focus on a single target and just fucking cook them alive. Hi, Johnny. What's up? I'm doing damage numbers! It's so exciting! We are almost 5/8 of the way complete with actual, real, usable damage numbers. Real, actual shit. Is it gonna be balanced? Not immediately, that's for sure. There's so many variables at play, and I'm just one guy, and I'm, like, new and learning shit. So, like, whatever. It's a learning process. Caster focuses on a target. After this song... Oh no, I want to listen to Super Buck RPG. Right about now, it's time to rock with the biggity buck. Hold on, it's literally about to play. I'm gonna crank that shit. How are you, Johnny? Let me get you a shout out. It's time to rock with the biggity buck. Bum to the boom to the bum to the bass. Bum to the bass to the bum to the bass. Right about now, it's time to rock with the biggity buck. Bum to the boom to the bum to the bass. Oh, hell yeah! I hope you had a good time at the pub. Now it's time to... Ready to... Deer. You had beer. Now it's time to deer. Johnny, what the fuck does that mean? Please, sir, I'm a literalist. Oh, shit! And just like that, the fucking... Oh, you're, like, not a person. C'est la vie. Goodbye. Right about now, it's time to rock with the biggity buck. Bum to the boom to the bum to the bass. Bum to the boom to the bum to the bass. Well, that, like, sucks having to ban someone or whatever, but when they're, like, a robot advertising Dogecoin, does it, like, actually suck? Elon, please! Elon, please tweet about Dogecoin! Elon, please tweet about Dogecoin! Elon, please! Elon, please! Tweet about Dogecoin! Caster focuses on the target channeling as much heat in their direction as possible, cooking them alive. It failed. Target takes... Okay. So this should do about, like, 35 damage or so. Because it is a single target full strike. Crushing Contact is way too powerful. I can sense it already. Dark is gonna be OP. I can, like, sense it. I'm gonna need to, like, go... Elon, please! I only get out of bed for your furious Doge postings. Elon, please! I'm not a dunce. I'm very intelligent, and I follow you religiously. Praise be the almighty dollar. Praise be the almighty Dogecoin. In Doge we trust. Much wealth, very gains, much stock portfolio. I love rare puppers. I love rare Doge. I love rare Doge. I don't know. Fuck Elon Musk. What a piece of shit. Ablative mark. If failed, target takes blah 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 fire damage. I'm starting to think this might be a little bit more. Vex, lurking while driving. If you crash your car because of me, I'm gonna kill you. So I hope that you're fucking lurking and not typing, because holy shit. I don't know, like, best case scenario, if you're driving, I better be like a podcast. Don't even look at me. I'm too distracting. I'm too adorable. I would crash my car if I saw an armadillo. Period. Doesn't even have to be on the road. I see an armadillo on the billboard. We already heard this song. Hold up. Beam bam. I'm gonna go take a quick pee-piss, because I've been drinking big water. I'll be right back in a sec. While we're gone, do consider checking out ! fan art for the fan art slideshow. We got some new pieces after my birthday, which means that we have some new featured work that I want to show off. There's a bunch of old pieces, like that one. Look at that. Isn't that one awesome? That's my new Discord profile picture. I love it so much. Anyways, I'm gonna go buy some Wonder Bread or whatever it is I do while I'm AFK. Enjoy the vibes. I shall be back. Go get yourselves a snack. Go get yourselves a bathroom break. Ooh, maybe I'll get myself a snack while I'm up. Hello, my friends. Wahoo! It's a me, a Super Rocco Faren! Or some shit, I don't know. I'm back. I need to open up a new tab, because I went downstairs to take my mug of tea to the dishwasher. And I've been told that Greta Thunberg absolutely fucking is eviscerating Andrew Tate. And how can I not? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is good. Okay. Peep this shit. Andrew Tate. Hello at Greta Thunberg. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W16. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. And she just... Yeah. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions. And she just hits him with the, yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com. Yeah, this is pretty good. 1.6 million... You know what? Get his ass. Get his ass. Climate activism will literally always be important, infinitely more so than Andrew Tate's inability to have a meaningful relationship with any fucking person in his life. Men don't do that. Fucking... You don't. Me, I love my friends, and I'll tell my friends I love them. And if that makes me gay, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn. Hold on, let me fucking adjust my shit. There we go, okay. Caster focuses on a target. Immolative mark. So this is a single target strike. This is the one single target. Big... Hold on. We're calling this Kugelblitz. Hold on, because that's way cooler. Kugelblitz. Because that is a fucking point of heat so powerful. Ah, I love you too, Johnny. See? Like that. Like that. Caster focuses on a target, channeling as much heat in the direction as possible. Hooking... See, but I don't feel like... I feel like I want to save Kugelblitz as like a boss spell that's like fucking like Fire 8. Because what that is basically it's so much heat condensed in a singular point that it creates a black hole, which requires a couple nonillion degrees. Which is like... I feel like Fire 3 is a little low for that, you know? Like a little bit. I'll rename the spells later once we have their numbers and give them like a cute little name. Must make a DV18 instant reaction roll. If failed, they're gonna take how much damage do we want to give this motherfucker? Let's look at weapons. 2d8 plus 10. Let's just do 6d12. Is that too much? That might be too much. Maybe like 4d12? Yeah, let's do like 4d12. Plus like 6. If successful, if this reaction roll is failed, the target takes 4d12 plus 6 fire damage. Or just like plus 2. So that way it can do as much as 50 damage in a single attack, assuming you get like a crit. If successful, target... if the reaction roll is successful, target takes 2d12 plus 1. Loot playlist, shuffle,
I don't need 3 Paper Mario songs in a row. Give me this one. No, give me Jubilife City. Yes. Yes. Yeah, just somewhere between like 6 and 50 damage. A lot of RNG, but like, cry about it. Cry about it. And then the midpoint is like fucking like, what, like 28? Roughly? 28, 29? 28, 29, I don't care. I don't want to do it in my head. I'll just automate it later. But that's like a good amount of damage. And then it does solid damage even if it fails. I'm sure I'm gonna have to change these numbers later anyways. Like, I don't care. We're grooving. Playtesting will literally just reveal everything. A 3x3 square. All units within the range of this spell are lit ablaze from beneath. Make a low strike instinct. Whoa! To target, make a low strike instinct against each target in range. If failed, or no, if this attack connects, target takes, how much damage do we want to do? We can just copy Vortex, right? Okay, this is not enough. We'll just do 6d12. And then if the roll is successful, we'll just make it 3d12. And then that way, the range is 6 to 60. And then the midpoint is fucking somewhere in the 30s. I think like around 33 or so. I don't know. But I'm satisfied with that. But more often than not, it's going to hit hard. Blazing Burst. But then this one's a half strike, so it should not do nearly as much as Vortex. It should do on average, what, like... to up to, like, 9 targets. Maybe it should do, like... shit, I don't know. How much does, like, a nice dark AoE do? That's a full strike. And that shit does 17.5. Yeah, so, like, we need some harsh AoE drop-off. Make a low strike against each target in range. So we're probably going to want to deal a similar-ish amount of damage of like 17, 3d10, roughly. But Plasma Ray does like way more. But Plasma Ray is like a fucking full strike. Maybe this should do a similar amount then. Let's just do, each target this attack connects with takes... Val, thank you for the follow. Welcome the fuck on in. How the hell are you? Val L58. Or I-58. Maybe it's capital. I don't know. Make some motherfucking noise! Each target this attack connects with takes... 3d10? Let's do 2d10 plus 10. How about that? 2d10 plus 10. Each target this roll fails to hit takes 1d10 plus 5 fire damage. So at best, we're going to be seeing 12 to 30 damage, which has a midpoint of 24 some shit. I don't know. 20 something. 21? I don't fucking shrug. Doesn't matter. Oh shit, I gotta stretch. You know what I could do? Is I could do another couple of reps with my weights. Since I'm probably gonna shower after this stream anyways, right? Let's do that. 1, 2. Yeah, I figure, like, why not just do hand weights on stream? 4, 5. I gotta do proper posture when I lift weights. 6, 7, and 8. That's the main area I want to work is my triceps, my shoulders, my back, and core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Back to work we go. And I'll stretch after that. Oh no, shit, my water's empty. That's fucked up. Immovable stamps. I'll probably have to go through all of these. Electric! We could also do rot or water. Sinkhole. That doesn't do damage. That doesn't do damage. Single target directional attack. Here we go. So we are just gonna borrow the damage from Windjet. 1d12 plus 3. That's just like a nice standard baseline. One d12 plus 3. Water or piercing. Make a directional attack against each target in the range of this cone. If successful, the target is splashed with a wave of water, taking... Let's just make it like 1d4. 1d6. Each target this strike is successful against is splashed with a wave of water. Okay. Make a directional attack. Let's make it a high strike since you're splashing them. High strike. No. The rain one will be a high strike. Make a directional strike using your instinct stat against each target in the range of this cone.
and is marked as soaked. Johnny Jellyjaw, more like Johnny the Jelly Jiggler from Bobobo Bobobo. Yes, I know the exact amount of bows and spacings in that fucking shit. Give me Heaven Live Jazz Concert. Yeah. The fucking Jelly Jiggler. Ugh. Bobobo Bobobo is one of the TV shows of, like, all time. It's great. Yeah, this shit is nice right here. Oh, wait, Pressure Cannon's a melee spell? Wait, this should do way more. Hold up. Wait a second. 2d6 plus however much. 2d6 plus 5. Roll to make a directional strike instinct. If successful, target takes blah 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 water or piercing damage and is soaked. Is knocked back one tile away from the caster.
I can't get you out of my mind. Don't take away my dreams. Still music keeps on torn apart.
Reign of Pain. Make a high strike instinct. Like late summer, they slowly fade away. My eyes close. Reign of Pain. So that's a 2 strike AOA. Do we have any other of those that have like damage numbers right now? There we go. Oh yeah, fire. Oh wait, boiling points in AoE? Oh my god, wait, why does it do so Oh no. Yeah, that is way too much. And take a guaranteed We need to reduce this ASAP. Hold up. Because this shit is conditional and still does an average 20 AoE, which is huge! Yeah, 3d6 plus 6. I'm fine with that. 3d6 plus 6. Plus 6. So, the lower bound is 9 damage. And the upper down bound is 24. And then, like, whatever the hell is in the middle. 16.5. Yeah, that's, like, fine. Sounds great. 16.5. Boom. Guaranteed. I did that to Plasma Ray. I did that to the wrong spell. Hold on. 3d6 plus 6. And that shit is 9 to 24. The midpoint of 16.5 or so. Plasma Ray probably does too much. But it's a full strike, actually, so, like, I'm fine with it. I don't want to fret about it too much. We'll, like, do actual real-ass number crunching once, like, actual fucking gameplay is, like, out there. Also, we already heard this. I do have Shuffle on, right? I have 100 songs in this playlist, and you're just gonna do the same shit repeatedly? Give me Super Mario MF Doom. I want my playlist to include more of this shit. Of just, like, video game sound font versions of, like, really good-ass songs. That's what I like to listen to when I work. MF Doom. Such fucking immaculate vibes. Jesus Christ, like, every fire spell does... like, every fire spell does damage. Like, half of the work of deciding how much damage a spell does comes from that right there. Reign of Pain. What were we gonna do? 3d6 plus 6? Yeah, that's fine. Wait, for a half strike? Hold up. Let's do plus literally nothing, actually. Deals 3d6. 3d6. Make a high strike against each target within range, and if successful, to each target successfully struck, deal 3d6 water damage, and soak the target. If this spell is cast adjacent to or on top of a sinkhole, this spell will increase the size of that sinkhole, expanding it to include this spell's range. Crashing Wave! That might be, like, huge. Let's call it wide and long. 5 tile wide line. Cone. Let's standardize a little bit of language. Cone, chain, square, plus diamond. 5 tile long line. Bro, where is Peanut Swamp at? Where's Peanut Swamp? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Sky Pillar. But where is Peanut Swamp? That's Sky Tower. Yo, is there no Peanut Swamp in this playlist? Did Peanut Swamp get, like, taken off of YouTube or some shit? Oh, shit. I'll deal with that later. Rocco, would I like to watch Bobobo with you later? Yes. I have no idea how long that message has been there. I am, like, actually kind of grooving. Something about having the camera rolling, like, actually helps me, like, focus or some shit. I don't know. I feel like it's, like, a societal pressure. Yeah, hit me with some shit. Bobo is, like, crazy, though. I love it. DMs? I will not be watching that on stream because I know that has FF14 spoilers. Like, damn, for real. I bet it's funny. If this roll is failed, this target may be dragged by a water current up to 4 tiles in any direction in that body of water. If this roll is successful, this target may be dragged up to 1 tile in any direction while in that body of water. Inside of that body of water. Transporting them up to, let's say displacing them. Moving them up to 4 tiles in any direction within that body of water. If this roll is successful, this target may be dragged up to 1 tile in any direction of that body of water. Oh, shit! Honey! Thank you for the fucking raid. Holy shit, shit. We big fartin', we big poopin'. No, I am just doing another game dev stream. I have like a gazillion fucking spells here that I'm hecking game deving for this big ass tabletop RPG I'm working on that we are getting ready to release. But as y'all can see, this shit is dense as a motherfucker. So that's the vibe. It's just a chill stream. Honey, I hope you had an amazing stream. To those of you who might be new here, hi, my name's Rocco. I'm a silly, wacky armadillo VTuber, as well as an indie game dev, as you might be able to tell. But enough about me. Let's fucking boogie. Thank you again for the fucking raid. Oh my god, I was zoomed in! I hope you had an amazing fucking stream. I haven't played Genshin Impact in like at least 2 years or some shit. I played it initially on release, and then I kind of got to the end game and was dissatisfied with the free-to-play experience. So I ended up dropping it. But I am fucking glad that you had fun with it. I hope you got some good-ass rolls, or rare-ass items, or whatever the hell it is that people look for in that game now. I don't know because I don't play it. We're just grooving, though. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate the ever-living fuck out of you for sharing your community with me. I'm going to get you one last shout-out, and it's going to be one of those fancy ones that embeds at the top. Go give Honey some fucking love. They're an absolute fucking national treasure. And I want you all to make like Nicolas Cage in the movie National Treasure. And, I don't know, steal the Declaration of Independence? Question mark? I don't know, I haven't seen it. 3 to 18 damage, and then the fucking midpoint is like fucking, I don't know, like 13.5 or some shit. I don't feel like doing too much math. Drowning Hold, water 3 full. All targets within the spell's range who are submerged are pulled beneath a strong current and held there. At the start of each target's turn, they must make a DV 18 power reaction roll to escape. If this roll is failed, each child within the water... I'll just make this an alternate version of Quicksand instead. I'll just do that. Sinking Sands. Let's make it a DV12 power roll. Maybe we can make it a little harder. DV14. All targets in this spell's range who are submerged are pulled beneath a strong current and held there, left to drown. At the start of each target's turn, they must make a DV14 power reaction roll. If this roll is failed, the distance... Here we go. The movement... this target's stride is reduced to no higher than a value of 2. And the target takes 1d8 water damage. No, let's make it DV18. At the start of each target's turn, they must make a DV18. That's like way too high, right? Let's make it like DV16. If this roll is failed, this target's stride is reduced to no higher than a value of 2, and the target takes... Let's make it like 1d12 water damage. Here we go. The effects of this spell continue to remain on each target. Now we can make it 18. The effects of this spell continue to remain on each target for subsequent turns, either until they succeed on their reaction roll or exit the body of water, removing... Let's just say that. The effects of this spell continue to remain on each target for subsequent turns, either until they succeed on their reaction roll or exit the body of water. Successfully exit the body of water. I like that. So the longer, the more terrain control you have going on, the better. Caster channels forth a great surging wave, which crashes over their targets in a horizontal line relative to the caster. All targets within range must make a DV17 stance reaction roll or take however much water damage, become soaked, and be pushed back 1 tile. Let's see, this is a 3-cost half strike. How much? 20? I mean, fire is just objectively higher, so we can do... Let's do like 4d8. No. Let's do Oh.
Let's do like 4d6.
Four d6 water damage, become soaked, and be pushed back. And be knocked back by 1 tile. Okay. Become soaked and be knocked back by 1 tile. So that's a damage range of 4 to 24, with a midpoint of about 14 then. Good shit. Water Cutter. The caster fills their weapon with water-charged vitae, turning their swings into a pressure cutter. The next weapon strike to connect with a target will deal an additional however much water damage, or cutting damage. Or cutting damage, and apply soak. How much additional do we want to do? The next weapon strike to successfully connect with a target will deal how much damage? And this is a half strike. I mean, probably like about 18 is what we would want to do on average, because we said that the approximate value of a half strike single thing is 6 damage at range, and at melee 8.5. This can be used on a gun, so I'm going to treat it like it's ranged and just say that it will deal an additional Let's do like 2d6 plus 10? Plus 8. And then that way the range is 10 to 20. With a beautiful midpoint of 15. That's not enough damage. Okay. Let's just crank it up a little bit. 11 to 26. And then the midpoint is 18. Boom. Good shit. We's going chicken hunt. Who's going chicken hunt? We's going chicken hunt. How many fucking times is this song gonna play in one stream? This song's very nice. FF14 soundtrack, my beloved. Damn, I'm thirsty. Woo! We're like 75% of the way done. Huge! Huge. Produces a surge of burning acid. All targets must make... Oh, that shit's a full strike? A 1-turn full strike should do like... say like 14 damage or some shit like that. Let's just do like 2d8. That seems like a pretty good amount for a ranged skill, right? 9.5, 6.5. I mean, yeah, like whatever. Damage range of 2 to 16 with a midpoint of like 8.5 or some shit like that. Or would it just be 8? I don't fucking know. Wither. Just select antibiotic appointment 2. This will neutralize the effect of all levels of poison until removed by incoming water damage. will neutralize the effect of all levels of poison for the rest of the fight until removed by incoming water damage. Let's make that a free strike, honestly. I don't think it needs to be a half strike. Select an allied target to remove Poison 1 from or lower Poison 2 and Poison 3 by 1 level. Additional spell slots scaling to the level of Poison can be consumed to remove Poison 2 or Poison 3 immediately. Cost 1 less spell slot when used on self to a minimum cost of 0. Huge. Huge. Select a target to inflict with Poison 1. Target will take... How much damage per turn seems fair? Let's do... Target will take 4 damage per turn. Poison 2 will deal 8 damage per turn. No, that's way too fucking good. Holy shit. Okay. Let's make it like, or take D8 rot damage. Rot. 12 damage per turn is huge. I feel like Poison's gonna be like a little overpowered. Let's make it like 3, 6, and 10. How about that? 3, 6, and 10 until either their health is reduced below 1 or they are manually cured of this poison. Additional spell slots scaling to the level of poison can be used to inflict Poison 2 or Poison 3, which deal 6 and 10 damage per turn, respectively. Casting this spell on a target repeatedly will increase the potency of this poison to Poison 2 and Poison 3, which deal 6 and 10 damage, respectively. Additional spell slots may be consumed upon casting in order to inflict Poison 2 or Poison 3. This needs to be a full strike. There's abso-fucking-lutely no way. This shit is way too good. 10 damage per turn until manually cured. I need to give more tools for characters to cure poison. I have an idea. Until either their health is reduced below 1, they are manually cured of this poison, or they successfully channel. Succeed in channeling to purge their system. Or once they successfully channel, purging the toxins from their system. And then this way, we can do 4, 8, and 12 damage per turn. And forcing a target to channel is huge, because their AC just fucking drops. Sorry, their guard value, their GV. Antidote. I'm just... Select an allied target to remove poison 1 from. Or to lower poison 2 and poison 3 by 1 level. And instead we will have, this spell becomes a free strike when cast on self. There we go. When the caster is targeting themselves. Yo, Earthly, what the hell is up? How are ya? That is such a cute emote. I love that. Who did your emotes? Also, fucking, congrats on hitting affiliate. Hello? Breath B. Hell fucking yeah. Coats the user's weapon or a part of their body in poison. The next, here we go. Coats the user's weapon. We're gonna give it a range of 1. Select, self or an adjacent ally to target, coating their weapon or a part of their body in a vile poison. The next weapon or body, the next weapon strike or body strike. The Dev Panda? Thank you for the fucking follow. Where the hell was everyone coming from today? Fellow game dev who's also an animal, who's also on the internet? Hello? We might get along. What kind of dev do you do? Game dev? Eyes emoji? The next weapon strike or body strike that is performed with... Here we go. Select a piece of... Select the gear of yourself or an adjacent ally as this spell's target, coating that weapon or part of their body or body part in a vile poison. The next weapon strike or body strike. You're a gamer? Let's go. Me too. What the fuck? A fucking Prime sub? Yo, you just fucking got here. What the fuck? Thank you so much. That fucking means a shit ton. I genuinely don't know what to say other than thank you with like 3 question marks at the end and like a tiny little exclamation mark. An integration developer. I'm gonna keep it real. I am a young ass motherfucker who only studied game design. I don't know what an integration developer is actually. I would love to find out. So would you handle like the integration of like other programs and break shit or fix, make sure that it isn't broken is what I meant to say. Blame Voxel Fox K. Well, thank you, Voxel Fox K, for telling a friend about me. That shit goes a long fucking way. It really fucking does. I appreciate the hell out of you. Let that be known. I see you and I thank you. Or something like that. I don't know. Links between different systems. Okay. So, like, making shit work on a different system. You know, or making sure that the bullshit that the studio did in their proprietary engine works on the console. Yeah, that shit is critically important. Hell fucking yeah. My skill tree is spec'd hard into systems and mechanics design, as well as a little bit of narrative. As you can see by my affinity for writing just dense ass walls of rules and stories and shit. That's what I like doing. Linking from on-site to cloud, some old-ass languages. What kind of shit do you work with? Because I mean, I know Unity. That's like it. I do C#, and if you held a gun to my head and made me figure out Python, I could make it work. But I'm not going to be doing anything too fancy. I leave the programming to the programmers, and the design to the designers. That's me. That's me. I can program, just doesn't mean that I should be. If anyone more qualified would like to handle that, I leave it to you. I would much rather focus on damage formulas and analytics and QA. That's more my scene. After casting, restore the caster's spell slots to 3, but inflict the caster with poison 1, or if already inflicted, 1 level higher. Up to a maximum of poison 3. If the caster already has poison 3, this spell will have no effect and restore 0 spell slots. Perl, Python, Rex, web methods, and some JavaScript, as well as a very small amount of Java. Holy shit. I've never even heard of Perl or Rex or web methods. I really like the name Rex. You know, that's like me when I have like a grinder date and he comes over and he's like, I brought you some wine, and I'm like, ooh, Rex, you shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Be happy you haven't heard about them. Are they that fucking bad? They're that fucking bad. I can sense it. Yo, Chemical Yeet Zone? Crank that shit. Fucking love these goofy ass mashups. I couldn't possibly cough on Grindr dates. I've downloaded Grindr before, but I always delete it shortly after because I always run into someone I know who I was happier not knowing that they were on Grindr. Like I'll like run into my boss or some shit and I'm like, we've gone too far. I gotta go back. I can't do that. I've never been on a Grindr date, ever. I've been on Tinder dates. I feel like there's a very different vibe there. I don't know. I just don't have interest in hookups. Fun gamer fact about me. But I'm demi as fuck and have 0 interest in just randomly hooking up with a stranger. I mean, I'm sure it's cool. I'm sure it's great. I love performing biological functions or whatever. Demi's based. I literally... I don't know. It took me a while to figure out I was demi, because when I first found out about demisexuality, and I heard the description, it was like, these people are only attracted to people that they have an emotional connection with. And I remember, like, finding that out when I was younger, and I thought to myself, I was like, what? Everyone's like that. Why'd they make a thing up? That's not a thing. Everyone's like that. Funny story about that. No. And also, reflect on that shit. Okay. Roll against an enemy unit's guard in the direction they are facing. And that's a full strike. So this shit's just like a melee attack. We have like no actual attacks with this shit, just damage over time. Well, here we go. Until they are mad. Here we go. At the start of each of their turns, until either their health is reduced below 1, they are manually cured of this poison, or once they successfully spend a turn channeling, purging the toxins from their system. I have played Elden Ring. It did not grab me nearly as well as Dark Souls 1 did. I need to pick it up and give it another good old-fashioned try, but Elden Ring has not, like, clicked with me. I think it's like too fucking open for me. Is this a D's nuts joke? Are you gonna go, haha, D's nuts? Because I'm not falling for it, and even if I did meet D, I would not know them by name because I'm not paying attention to the story of Elden Ring, like, at all. I just want to kill shit. That's a big stick. I want to listen to Xeno Arcadia. Actually, this song goes hard. Bug Fables is good. If y'all like Paper Mario and haven't played Bug Fables, please do yourself a favor. Please! Oh my god, I almost knocked my chair over. Well, his name is fucked up and he should get it changed. Or not, maybe he chose it himself, in which case I'm happy for him. Select an allied unit, including self, to apply powerful antibiotic ointment to. This will neutralize the effect of all levels of poison for the rest of the fight. Augments a target's... First of all, self. Actually? Nah, fuck it, we ball. We'll cast it on allies. Damage from poison 1 will... Here we go. The effect from poison 1 will be inverted, healing the target for half... Wait, how much? How much healing does Sky's Blessing do? 1d12? Yeah, that's fine. Because that's like an average of 6. Healing the target instead of damaging them. This effect will remain in play for the rest of this battle. Repeated cast of Mithridatic Veins on this target will upgrade this effect to apply to Poison 2, and then finally Poison 3. So once you really get going with Mithridatic Veins, you can basically do a guaranteed 12 healing per turn with this shit, which is, like, a lot. I mean, you'd have to spend a lot of time setting it up. But you have intravenous channeling. So you can set this shit up on yourself. Decaying Flesh. Yo, Persona music? Roll against an enemy units. We need to reword this, because this shit is old. Okay. First of all, roll against an enemy units. We have a word for that, and it's called a directional strike. Make a directional strike. Directional strike with wit against a target in melee range, decomposing their body. If this strike is successful, deal... How much rot damage do we want to deal? So, we should be dealing about 20 to 24, because it is a 2-spell full. Hidden history is what? Single target? Half strike? Is that right? With the value? I mean... yeah, that makes sense for single target. Okay. But this shit is melee. So yeah, we can have this bad boy do about like 20-ish damage on average. Okay. If this strike is successful, deal... let's have it deal. Let's do, let's do like 2d10 plus 10. So it averages out to about 20 damage. We can do 2d8, so it's a little less extreme also. And inflict poison 1 or increase this target's level of poison. Or increase this target's level of poison by 1 up to a maximum of 3. If unsuccessful, deal no damage, but apply... Actually, hold on. If this strike is successful, deal 2d8 plus 10 rot damage. And inflict poison 1, or increase this target's level of poison by 1 up to a maximum of 3. We're going to make it so that happens regardless. Deal rot damage. Regardless of the outcome, inflict poison 1. This target is inflicted with poison 1. Or if already poisoned, increase the level of... Whoa! I did Control P to print. Of poison by 1. Up to a maximum of poison 3. Increase the level of this status by 1, up to a maximum level of poison 3. Scarlet Rot is not necessarily a thing. It's that 2 of the elements of magic are Raid and Rot, which are the 2 opposites. And they're basically, if you boiled them down, they're lightning and poison. Although there's a lot more to them than that if you read through the lore. That's like a thing that is like 68 pages, and I don't feel like going over right now. Well, okay, the lore's not 68 pages, but the fucking game itself is. I'm so excited to get this thing out. Ugh, I'm so excited to get this thing out. And then after this, we just have raid spells, and then all of the spells have actual fucking damage numbers. Which is huge! That's huge! Oh! I almost dropped the stress ball again. That would have been another shot for those of you who are playing the drink every time Rocco drops his stress ball drinking game. We'd be at 5 now. It'd be one hell of a Wednesday night, I tell you what. 12 to... What's the upper limit here? 26? Yeah. Which means the midpoint would probably be... like fucking 18, 19 or so. Some shit like that. I don't feel like doing math too hard in my head. It would make for a very interesting Thursday morning. That is for certain. I can, since I know there's a lot of people who are kind of new here, I would actually be happy to talk about kind of the outline of this game real quick. So I'm working on Urchin's Fall. It is a post-apocalyptic setting that is very high fantasy. There's all sorts of magic. And there's a bunch of bad guys on the moon, and they shoot themselves out of a giant cannon and come down and try and kill us. It's a very modular character building system. I don't want to get too into the details, but I want this system to be very flexible so it can be used with other settings as well. But you've got your passive traits, you've got how combat works. It's very much designed to encourage actually fucking talking to your teammates and communicating with each other. Because anyone who is adjacent to each other in the turn order and is allied may choose to act in any order amongst each other and kind of shuffle. This is tabletop, D&D style. What is C? Like cards? I'm going to assume C is cards. Computer. Oh no, this is tabletop. Primarily just because as a one-man project, when I'm doing something of this scope, I don't want to have to fucking worry about programming it. That's a bunch of bullshit. I would, especially because, I don't know. It just seemed reasonable and in scope. What else is significant about this game? On the character sheet, you have this thing called the guard compass, which is your guard values from the front, from behind, from above, and from below. So certain attacks from like a submerged enemy, or who's burrowing, or who's really tiny, might hit from below, or a volley of arrows, or a thrown weapon from above, as well as many spell effects. How many? We'll have to playtest and find out. I have my own rules for damage and incapacitation, just so players can't get, like, one shot with bullshit. Spells. This is kind of the significant thing. Is when you build a character, regardless of their class, they will get access to spells of one of 8 elements. These pips on the outside are how many spell slots you have, and the number on the inside is the maximum amount of spells you can hold of that element. So you've got fire, water, air, earth, light, dark, raid, and rot. You will get more as you level up, but when you build a character, you will start with 3 spell slots of 1 element. That is it. That is all. In order to restore your spell slots, you can spend a turn by channeling. To channel, you will basically spend the entire turn, and you will have your guard reduced to no higher than 5 in every single direction until the beginning of your next turn. But should you successfully complete channeling, every single one of your spell slots will be restored to their maximum. There's also group casting, so if you're next to an ally, you can actually share spell slots amongst each other. So even if you have a party of, like, 8 fire users or some shit, you can totally take advantage of that. Because now you just have, like, a gazillion fire spells amongst each other. You know, which is all fun and games until your DM goes, this guy's immune to fire. And you're all like, what the fuck? But that has been the main thing, is this very modular character building system of you select a race. The race gets some bonuses. They get some stats, they get some traits, and then they get an active combat skill. Traits being passives, that these giant beetle dudes can just punch you from above because they're so tall. We got humanity. I'm going to replace that with, like, a hand-drawn version of it because I don't have the copyright of that. That's, like, actually just a clip image. You know, we've got the Stobin, who are, like, these antlered people, and they can, like, fucking go into a full sprint and, like, gore people on their horns. We've got the Zegan, who are the obligatory tiny ones, and they have these jets on their back that they can shoot spells out of to propel themselves around, so they can spend spell slots to extend mobility. And then the Old Worlders, who are, like, big ancient robots with souls. And then they have, like, crazy tanky abilities, but can only be healed by using maintenance when above full health. And then we have the overpowered one that exists just because they are an antagonistic threat, and if you want to do an evil campaign, here you go. But, like, in highlighted, I just fucking dropped it again. Alright, everyone, take a shot. Don't do that. Like, this is the only highlighted text. It's like, seriously, don't fucking use these guys unless you've already played this game a couple times. Because their whole thing is they just have half off on all spells. I haven't finished writing their size and pigmentation and clothing and naming conventions, but they're busted. They're a completely different thing. We've got the classes, which again they have their own thing. So the academic can, whenever they use whips and yo-yos, which are defined as war wires, because we have weapons broken into categories based on their function. As long as you can say, yes, I stabbed someone with my violin, you can treat that like a blade. I don't give a shit. That's cool. So when they use war wires, they can use their wit skill, which is something they have a very high stat of because they're academics. And they're kind of like an emergency medic. We have the conduit, who's kind of like the party's battery, and generates an excess of spell slots when they channel at random. They roll to just get shit of a random element on top of what they already got. And then they can use an active skill to just give those to an ally. Rule of cool, 1000%. We've got Locksmith. They can put a spell in a flask, throw it at someone. It's a Molotov with a black hole in it. What could possibly go wrong? We've got the Postmerc. They're the gunner. They're the ranged class. They can fire melee spells out of their gun at the cost of an additional spell slot when casting. They're the dex build. They're pretty cool. We'll see if they're overpowered or underpowered. Just all of these. Ringmaster's kind of like a ranged damage mitigation support class. They fucking, like, throw these rings around that deflect spells and shit. So they use command weapons, which use charisma. Command weapons are basically like the rules for, what if I wanted to be a necromancer or have a animal familiar? So ring braces are a type of command weapon that they basically use to absorb damage for allies. Star Chasers, that's your melee rushdown. Do they have a spell slot? Yes or no? If yes, they can deal all physical attacks as elemental damage freely. They can also vault over allies to use them to extend their movement range. I was not kidding when I said these motherfuckers are rushdown. And yes, they can use greatswords. Command blocks. Oh yeah, no, it's not a command weapon. It's command blocks. I mean, you can hit someone with those rings and use them as a weapon. Like, all the rings can go onto your wrist. Like Shang-Chi Marvel style. And you can just start hitting people with those. Or you can stack up the rings right in front of someone. We'll playtest it. And then last but not least, we have the Vanguard. They're the big, bulky paladin archetype. The tanky motherfuckers. And their deal is they can do... No. Ringmasters can use heavy armor. They can. And then the Vanguard... they can pretty much just one-hand a greatsword. They can cover to take damage for an adjacent ally. And the channeling penalty of their guard going down during channeling is reduced by half. So their guard only goes down to 10 when channeling, which is, like, literally... Yo, crank the tunes. Which is literally, like, way fucking better. By, like, a shit ton. So we have this super modular thing of what weapon do you want to do? What character... what class, what race, and then finally what element. And then each of these elements has a totally different playstyle. As you might have seen while I was going through Poison, Poison's kit is very much about stacking debuffs that deal damage over time, as well as a couple spells that modify that, such as Intravenous Channeling, which restores your spell slots without having to take a channeling penalty. But you poison yourself. And then Mithridatic Veins, which inverts that to become healing over time. It takes a lot of time to set up, and we'll playtest to see if it's overpowered, underpowered, I don't fucking know. But, yeah. That's the T. What else we got? Poison gas. That's like supposed to do some damage. Target an unoccupied 3x3 area on the battlefield at this location. Yada da. Oh, it's like destructible. It detonates. At this location, create a field. Well, what's the keyword? A terrain effect. Create a terrain effect of heavy poison gas that remains on the ground until it is removed by a wind or light spell. All units who enter the range of this spell, or who enter the range of this spell, or end a turn in this spell, are inflicted with poison 1. If already inflicted with a level of poison, increased by 1 up to a maximum of poison 3. Additionally, this gas is flammable, and if hit by any damaging fire spell, will detonate by a wind, fire, or light spell. Additionally, this gas is flammable, and if hit by any damaging fire spell, will detonate, as well as any adjacent will detonate. And if hit by any damaging fire spell, every tile covered in gas will detonate. Dealing... How much damage do we want to do? How much is poison gas? 2.5 strike, and you need like a shit ton of setup? Let's just make it do like, how much does like Fireball do? Because you can... Let's just make it do like a guaranteed 10 damage. Like whatever. Every tile covered in gas will detonate, dealing 10 fire or rot damage to all the units inside of it. Let's make it 12. Let's just add some damage. 2d12. There we go. Range of 2 to 24 with a midpoint of like 12.5 or whatever. Mithridatic veins. Or would it be 13 in the middle? Whatever. Painkiller gas. All units within the range of this spell receive jungle. This is true. Do I have shuffle on? I do. I'm gonna listen to Thunder Rolls. This song goes hard. I'm gonna take a super duper quick restroom break. I'll be back in a sec. I gotta peepus. I've been going for 3+ hours. Oh my god. I'm back. I'm back. Poison gas, mithridatic veins. How many spells do I have left to do? Painkiller gas. How much healing do I want this to be in a 3x3 square? Let's make it a range of 1. No, let's make it self. All units within the range of this spell receive however much of their HP restored. Receive how much HP do we have on Presence of Grace? I mean, Presence of Grace is like a shit ton of healing. 4d10 plus 5. Lightning shall strike, thunder shall roll. Light. 4d10 plus 5. I'm going to extend Painkiller Gas to a 5x5 diamond. All units, friend or foe, within the range of the spell, receive let's make it like 3d10. No, we can do 4d10, just plus nothing. Receive 4d10. No, let's do good. Let's do 3d10 plus 5. Just 3d10. I mean, it can work on foes, so receive 4d10 HP restored. This spell has no effect on a target that is submerged or near death. 4 to 40 with a midpoint of like fucking 22 or some shit. I'll just automate it. Alright, battery boost, shock surge, bouncing bolt, defibrillator, electromyomancy, static stance. So how many of these actually deal damage? Any? Okay, we're gonna bold some key terms here. Here we go. Any weapon strikes or body strikes made by this target on subsequent turns will deal an additional 1d10 raid damage. This effect lasts until the target moves from the tile they are standing on for any reason. Add a +5 bonus when rolling for bouncing bolt to jump to another target. Lasts for 3 turns. Bouncing bolt. We can't make it do that much. 1d12 plus 3, I think is very reasonable. For a single target full strike that bounces, potentially infinitely, I think a maximum of 15 damage is fine. Bouncing bolt. Make a directional strike to shoot a bouncing ball of lightning at a single target. If successful, deal 1d12 plus 3 raid damage. If there is another enemy unit within 2 tiles of this target, roll to make a directional strike wit against that target. If this roll is successful, the attack bounces to them, continuing this spell. This process repeats either until all enemies in range have been hit once, or once a directional strike fails. So, potentially infinite, if you're insanely lucky. I'm fine with that. Especially when you have, like, bioelectric tracing, you know? Shock Surge. This effect lasts until the next time a damaging raid spell is cast by this channel. Yeah, and then the Shock Surge combo could be, like, huge. Return to Sender just does however much a thrown weapon does. Or a flask. Static stance, I mean, that's just like 1 to 10, with an average of like 5.5, which is fine. That's fine, because that's just like a damage up effect, basically. It's not a shit ton, but if you were to like stand still or like, you know, do akimbo pistols, like you slap that on a postmark and you're good. Defibrillator. There we go, a single target full strike. I'm realizing that Raid has no half-strike damage tools. That's okay. This effect lasts until the next 3 casts. This effect lasts for the next 3 casts of Bouncing Bolt. Raid magic flows through the channeler's body. All stats up by 3. It's maybe like all stats up by 5 for a single time. Maybe that's like way too much. That's probably way too much. We'll playtest it, like whatever. Electromyomancy. Defibrillator. If used on an ally who is incapacitated and is not marked as near death, instantly restore their health to 1 HP. If used on an enemy, roll to make a directional strike wit. If successful, the target takes... How much damage do we want to do? Oh my god! ZT Freak, thank you for the jump scare. Oh my god. I gotta get a heart rate monitor with you motherfuckers. Thank you for the follow and welcome the hell on in. I hope you enjoy your stay. I like that the captions say, welcome to hell. Also correct. No, welcome the hell on in. These captions, welcome the hell. There we go. I don't know. I like my captions. Wernst? Because there's like something I wanted to use as inspiration here. Oh yeah, it's one of the wind spells that I want to borrow damage values from is... Oh my god, we don't have a full strike. It should do like 20-something damage. If it's like a single full, only costs a half strike if used within melee range. Additional spell slots can be used.
Select a single target. Roll to make a high strike. If successful, that's a half strike. Where's like a 1 turn full? On any other element, please. 1 turn full. Pulse sphere half. I mean, it should be about 18 damage. Maybe about 20 since it's melee. No, it has like additional healing tools. So if successful, the target takes. Let's do 2d12 plus 6. 2d12 plus 6 rate damage. So that is a potential damage range of 8 to 30. With a midpoint of like fucking, I don't know, somewhere in the middle. I think it would be like 19 or so. And yeah, with that, every single spell in the game now has a damage value. A silly, wacky damage formula. There's a non-zero chance that these are going to be overpowered as fuck. Oh, wait. All targets must make a TV 11 dexterity reaction roll. Okay. Okay, directional saving throw. We don't use the word saving throw anymore. It is must succeed in a DV. Let's make it like 11 stance reaction roll. Since it is entirely to do with their weapons skill and the mastery in which they can get that shit away from there. Yeah, holy shit, we've done a lot of good work today. I think I'll start. I think I am going to look for someone to raid. In the meantime, while I do that, I would like to give a huge fucking round of thank yous to all of you for tuning in today. You guys hanging out with me while I work doesn't just help me stay focused, but, like, is deeply and immensely appreciated. Like a shit ton. I think that shit is insane, that out of the millions and gazillions of people on the internet, always, every time, I say this every time. So, whether you are actively chatting or just lurking in a tab, I would like to say a huge fucking thank you to you for picking me out of all the motherfuckers on the internet. It means the world, always does, and always heckin' will. Now, with that being said, I will probably be doing a random stream at, like, some point this weekend. But the next stream is going to be on Friday, and we are going to be finishing Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Will I cry? Maybe. Hard maybe. That game means a lot to me, and we've entered absolutely fucking insane territory as we are approaching the end. And then this weekend, we're probably either going to do a bit more game development. Maybe we'll do some tomorrow. Long story short, the only thing that I know for sure is that we're doing Final Fantasy on Friday, and everything else is entirely up to the vibes. If you would like to be notified when I am going live, please consider joining the Discord if you are not there already. It is an 18+ community. You must be 18+ to join, or you will literally get banned. So I'm going to say that in advance. But if you can't join, I have other shit. I have Twitter, I have Tumblr, I have TikTok. They're, they're all different levels of active and inactive because maintaining a million social media fucking presences while trying to do everything else in your life is, like difficult or some shit. Isn't that crazy? But that's enough out of me. I thank you again for hanging with me, and I know exactly who we're going to be raiding. So the raid message is going to be Dillo Dev raid, and then a bunch of boogies. Just like that. What, a link tree with OnlyFans? I do not have an OnlyFans, do I? Yeah, I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't know why I checked. I don't. Once I, like... If I... Oh, a link tree without an OnlyFans. Yes. Listen. I like to keep that shit separate. To those of you who have the emotes, please use them and enjoy them. And to those of you who do not have the emotes, no worries, but do consider picking them up. It helps support the channel and helps me to improve my content and get new cool shit. That being said, we're going to be rating my good friend Drift, who's actually chilling in here a little bit earlier. Drift into Madness, who's playing the indie JRPG Cosmic Star Heroine. This channel has follower or subscriber only chat. Oh no. Well, now we know. Once again, thank you one and all. We will be back on our bullshit soon. Question mark. And I will see you guys when that shit happens. But as it is, you'll know where to find me so long as you keep your eyes to the ground, because we will meet again. Peace out, my friends, and take care. Happy holidays, and if I don't see you before the new year, happy fucking new year, baby. 2023 is gonna be crazy. Peace out.